bit like me and him. Really, you know.
They're not used to vast, sleek, glossy ferrets at the South Somerset Ferreters. When Wayne Martin turns up from Hampshire with his unusual Hampshire ferrets, comparisons are made.
A big, chunky hob ferret. I've had little ferrets, you know, they're quite nice to play around, but my big ones, you can really sort of put them about, scruff them about, lay them on their back, scruff their tummy, lay them on the floor, play around with them, you know. Obviously you can't do that with every ferret, but the amount of time I've sort of spent with them over the last couple of years, playing around with them, they're just like little pets to me. I mean, they've hardly done any work, but you know, they're going to come out today, they're going to have a crack, we'll stick a collar on them and see what they do.
I thought it was a Labrador for a minute, but yeah, he's a big boy.
I love it. I love that it's the whole process though, isn't it? It's the process of coming out, putting your ferrets down a hole, getting your own food. You know, I mean, obviously I know we're here predominantly for pest control, but the part of it for me is the other part of that. It's taking food home, being able to cook it and put it up on the table with a nice meal. That's the part I really enjoy about it.
I am expecting lots of digging today because it's late in the season. We weren't going to ferret today, but the chap who owns the place wants the rabbits gone because they're destroying his apple trees. They're chewing all the bases around the apple trees, killing the bark. We can't have that. So I mean, normally we'd have stopped by now. So yeah, I'm going to expect a fair bit of digging. That's why we bought Wayne. He's got big arms, isn't he? You know, he's pulling them catapults all the time. He's got big arms.
Wayne is a ferreter, which means he can dig, but he has not been an active ferreter for a while.
All my life I've brought up with various country sports. Ferreting around my way sort of died a death, to be honest. And I met Jaff at the British Shooting Show the other week. Got chatting. I've got some ferrets I've not really been able to use because the rabbits have died off around our way. He's invited me up here for the day. I spoke to him on Facebook after we met and he said we're having our last day of the day this Saturday, so do you fancy coming up? So that was it.
It's a secret location. We can't divulge where we are today for personal reasons for the landowner, so we've got to keep that a secret, but we are somewhere in Somerset. Somewhere. It's
sort of gone in stages for me. I sort of was brought up with shotguns and catapults, and then I left the shotguns and stuck with the catapults for years, then left the catapults for a while and went back to my shotguns. Now I've left the shotguns, gone back to the catapults and the ferreting. It's all sort of gone full circle. I've always been doing something. It's always predominantly been to put food on the table. That's what we were brought up with. We were brought up to hunt, to eat. So it's never, that's what it's always been about for me. So that's why I think I've always done a wide variety of things, because it's always been about putting different foods on the table.
Before the ferrets go down the holes, the gang puts out the nets. Wayne gets a lesson in putting out a long net.
Yeah, that's a lot simpler than I thought. I think he did sabotage me. That's the one that fell out in the van. So all the poles were over the place. But I'm just about to go back now and even the net out along the line. So we've just got places where it's bunched up. Even that out. And then I can't wait to get to it, to be honest.
There's plenty of rabbit activity here. The South Somerset Ferreters use their own tiny ferrets to bolt these. One end of the berry is a main road. Everyone is nervous of rabbits going in that direction, so they deploy a human stop net. At last, it's time for Wayne's ferrets to have their moment out of the sun.
Basically, this time of year, my young Jills, they're sort of starting to come into season. Now, Wayne's brought his in there. He's got one big hob. So what we can't risk is putting down the hole together. Obviously, big hob, little Jill in season. You know, hormones start kicking in.
I just put a little rabbit down in front of him and he's boom.
What, straight on it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. And that was the big fat one, so.
Yeah. One rule is your ferrets, you got to dig them out.
First things first, Jaff shows Wayne how to put a Ferretfinder collar on his animals.
What you don't want to do, you don't want the collar to slip over their head, you see. It's fiddly, isn't it, when they don't sit still?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always do it that way.
Yeah.
So you basically just flip it round his neck. And tell you what, you older. It's just a strange ferret.
Yeah.
He hasn't had a collar on before.
It's alright, buddy. It's alright.
See?
Yeah.
You put a collar on, I'll hold the ferret.
Right, it's me, don't bite me.
Yeah. First time for a collar, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah. You got to take these to the gym.
Get on the treadmill.
Look at it.
I've actually cut their food down.
Have you?
Yeah.
To what?
You didn't see him before.
2 pheasants a day.
Jaff successfully puts one of Wayne's ferrets down a hole. Wayne is struggling with the other.
The other one gone down, all right? Is it?
Yeah, he disappeared, mate. It's like tremors, you can see the ground moving.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Eventually, both of Wayne's ferrets go down, and they stay down.
All the berries are kind of at the fresh earth around them. You know, you can see they've been in and out, so they are here somewhere. I think they're just massively giving us the run around. Really.
Yeah.
It's time for Wayne to get a lesson in using the Ferretfinder.
Because now it's on search, he'll pick up like a wider area. There we go. So now he's going.
So it's getting faster, and that's when you're getting closer to it.
Yeah, and the red light will show you as it's going down here. Look.
Right.
It's getting lower. Well, it's staying around. And now it's gone from 12 to 8. Look.
Okay, so that means you're getting to 12.
Yes. So you know it's around this area somewhere here. Look. There. Now my guessing is he's up here somewhere. Right. And now it's stopped.
Up comes one of Wayne's ferrets, then, just when he was expecting to see the other appear, out pops a rabbit.
They bolted one. He's got through though. I think he's gone back down another hole that hasn't got a net on it. So he didn't hit the long nets, but he's gone back down. So I don't know where my ferret is, but they've bolted one. That's their first bolt.
Your own ferret bolting a rabbit. It's a wonderful feeling. And eventually it bolts one they catch.
We've got dinner.
You've got dinner? Yeah, we've got dinner. Who's cooking? You?
Yeah, I've got a speciality with that.
That's right.
What a result. And the total bag is 13. You can find Jaff and the South Somerset Ferreters and Wayne and his catapult company Cattyshack on all social media. There are links in the description below.